There are many different types of rock crawling tires available on the market, each with its own set of benefits and features. In this video, I will be sharing with you my top picks for the best rock crawling tires based on my own extensive research. I can help here. After many years of conducting various tests, the models included in my best rock crawling tires list all come from reputable manufacturers and should be more than sturdy enough. Besides, I divided the list into two categories, mud-terrain and all-terrain tires. I know rock crawling enthusiasts don't consider all-terrain tires worthy, but in my testing, some newer models perform very well on some lighter terrains and will work well for most people. I will also be providing you with an overview of each product's key features, benefits, and price points. So if you're in the market for a set of rock crawling tires, be sure to check out this video and the links in the description box before making your final purchase. Oh, please note that in my top 10 picks list, from number 1 to 5 are the best mud-terrain tires for rock crawling, and the number 6 to 10 are the best all-terrain tires for rock crawling. Now, without further delay, let's jump into the video. Number 1. General Grabber X3, best for overall. The Grabber X3 is one of the most popular options among off-road enthusiasts in North America, and for numerous reasons. General's most aggressive tire is a real beast that can overcome any obstacle, including some very large rocks. Thanks to the grippy compound and large tread blocks, the Grabber X3 is a rock-crawling monster, especially in the 35 inches size I tried. Moreover, the casing seems very sturdy, which is important when you drive over sharp rocks. But the Grabber X3 isn't only good for rock crawling, it will also provide you with outstanding traction in deep mud and can easily overcome dirt, gravel, and turf. On public roads, the Grabber X3 is a relatively good performer, particularly for the category. I found that the steering was a bit dull when driving on a twisty road, but other than that, the tire is almost faultless. Notably, there is enough traction on dry and wet surfaces for a safe drive, and the tire performs predictably at the limit. What surprised me the most, though, was the low noise on the highway, which is not something you can say for other mud-terrain tires. It's also very comfortable over bumps and helpful for long off-roading sessions. Number 2. Firestone Destination MT2, best for responsive steering for a mud-terrain tire. The Destination MT2 is another rugged off-road tire that can take you places few other models can. Firestone is no stranger to creating capable off-road tires, and that showed in my testing. I had no issues with traction over large rocks, and the casing seemed very tough and durable. Furthermore, you can attack muddy terrains without worrying about getting stuck, while hard-packed surfaces like dirt and gravel are no challenge for this beast. Now, the first thing I noticed on the street is that this tire is loud, even at lower speeds, although the ride is smooth on most surfaces. Most off-road enthusiasts I know don't have any issue with some added noise, particularly because the Destination MT2 is so good on the trail. However, if you are bothered by that, I suggest some other tires from this list. As for traction, Firestone's off-road tire works excellently on dry tarmac and is also a joy to steer. However, you might experience a loss of traction on wet roads, particularly when accelerating hard. Number 3. BFGoodrich Mud-Terrain TK M3, best for off-road. The TK M3 is one of the most popular off-road tires on the market, and that's no coincidence, as it was developed in various racing series across the world. And when it comes to rock crawling, it's probably the best tire out there, providing exceptional traction and unrivaled durability. But the KM3 is also a great performer on other terrains. It's one of the best tires in its category in deep mud and also works very well on dirt, gravel, turf, and even sand. On the street, BFGoodrich's mud tire isn't as good as some of its rivals, particularly when it comes to noise, as it can become loud on the highway. The ride is very smooth, though, which can be helpful when you drive on rocky terrains. As for the driving experience, the KM3 works very well on dry and wet roads, providing solid traction and pretty responsive steering. Number 4. Yokohama Geolandar MTG3, best for smooth and quiet ride. Yokohama launched some really good off-road tires in the Geolandar family lately, with the MTG3 being the most aggressive of the lot. This tire is no joke. It can grip any loose surface, including large and sharp rocks, making it excellent for rock crawling. It's also very capable in deep mud, and it won't break a sweat on dirt, gravel, or turf. In my testing, the G3 also performed well on the street. The thing that stood out to me was how quiet it is. While it does produce noise, it's nowhere near as loud as its main competitors. The ride is also reasonably smooth over most surfaces, with fewer vibrations than I expected from such a tire. Another great thing about the Geolandar MTG3 is that it works well in rainy conditions. The handling is very balanced on wet tarmac, accompanied by reasonably high traction levels and predictable behavior at the limit. Number 5. Cooper Discoverer STT Pro. Best off-road tires for daily driving. The Discoverer STT Pro is a tire that many of my friends love, particularly because it's a heavy-duty model that can withstand some real off-road abuse. However, there is no question that the Discoverer STT Pro is a capable rock-crawling tire. In my testing, it's one of the best available on the market for driving over large rocks and cliffs, maybe even the best. It's also superior in terms of durability, with long tread life and rugged casing. Oh, and you won't need to worry about hitting deep mud, as this tire has enough digging action to get you out of trouble. Apart from the noisy demeanor, the STT Pro is well behaved on the street, with a smooth ride and reasonably responsive steering. The dry, wet traction is very good, too, accompanied by balanced handling and good behavior at the limit. Number 6. Falken Wildpeak T3W. Best for winter. The Wildpeak T3W is the closest thing to a real off-road tire you can get in the all-terrain category. Thanks to the aggressive tread pattern and deep grooves, this monster works well on rocks, as well as mud, dirt, gravel, and turf. It's a well-rounded tire that's good for 95% of the trails. Falken's all-terrain tire is also a good on-road performer, with high levels of grip and traction in dry and wet conditions. If I had to nitpick, I'm not a big fan of the steering, but this shouldn't be a big deal for most truck, SUV drivers. Crucially, the Wildpeak T3W is a beast in the winter thanks to the excellent longitudinal and lateral traction on packed and unpacked snow. I drove a Tacoma with these tires through 8 inches of snow in New Jersey, and it digs through the snow and moves forward with ease. It's also very tough, so you won't need to worry about punctures when off-roading. Number 7. BFGoodrich All-Terrain Tia KO2. Best for durability for all-terrain tires. The KO2 is by far the most famous all-terrain tire, particularly among Jeep rock crawling enthusiasts. BFGoodrich actually developed this tire in the desert, and that showed in my testing. There is ample traction on rocks, dirt, and gravel. The tire is also usable in mud, though I would avoid sections with very deep mud. On the road, the KO2 feels a bit cumbersome to drive and can become noisy at speed, though I don't hear many owners complain about that. As for traction, it works excellently on dry tarmac and snow-covered roads, though it misses the mark in rainy conditions, particularly when compared to its rivals. On a more positive note, the KO2 has proven to be one of the most durable all-terrain tires out there. Number 8. Mickey Thompson Baja Bossa T. Best all-terrain tire for off-road capable. Mickey Thompson is an off-road tire specialist, and its Baja Bossa T is my favorite all-terrain tire currently on the market. This model can bring you places no other all-terrain tire can, as it works outstandingly well on most surfaces. It's also very good for rock crawling, particularly if you purchase a flotation size set. According to my street test, the Baja Boss isn't very responsive, and the overall traction on dry and wet tarmac is lower than what the competition offers. However, I don't have issues with that. I just drive a tad slower, and in return, I enjoy the uptake in off-road traction. Crucially, the Baja Bossa T is very quiet on the road, which is surprising for such an aggressive tire. Also, the tread life is excellent, and the casing seems very sturdy and durable. Number 9. Toyo Open Country T3. Best for camping and overlanding. Toyo's aggressive all-terrain tire performed very well in my limited rock crawling test. The surface wasn't the most challenging, but that's as far as I'd go on any other all-terrain tire, anyway. And the Open Country T3 is also good on other off-road surfaces. I didn't encounter any issues on the dirt tracks. On the street, the Open Country T3 is quite noisy, though, even at lower speeds. It's also only average in rainy conditions. However, the dry traction is excellent for the category, and the ride is very smooth over most surfaces. I was also impressed with the wintertime traction. The Open Country T3 works well on packed and unpacked snow. Finally, Toyo offers an excellent treadwear warranty for the price, and the tire seems very sturdy and durable. Number 10. Kumho Road Venture AT51. Best for budget. The Road Venture AT51 is not the best all-terrain tire in the rain, and you can feel that when driving a tad faster. However, what it lacks on wet tarmac, it makes up for on the trail. This is a tire that provides excellent traction on most off-road surfaces I tried, including large rocks and shallow mud. Besides, with a lower price than competitors, the AT51 still performs very well on dry roads, and it's also one of the most capable snow tires in its category. I was also impressed by the lack of noise. The AT51 remains very quiet on the highway. It also rides well over bumps. It's the complete package in terms of comfort. However, Kumho doesn't provide a treadwear warranty on LT metric sizes, which is a pretty big blow. That's all from my end. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification. If you need more information or want to know product price, do check out my description. Or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I post new videos every day, so be sure to check back often. Thanks for watching and see you next time.